Good afternoon, everybody. We're going to get started here momentarily. We'll give it another minute or so for people to jump on. Bit of a last minute live stream, so we'll get started here momentarily. I see we have some people joining the live stream. Welcome, welcome. We're going to get started here in about half a minute or so. Let us know where you're tuning in from. All right, welcome back on the Pursuit of Wealth, everybody. We're going to get started with the live stream. It's Rod with Pow Group. Today is Saturday, November 23rd. Hope you're well. In this video, we're going to do a crypto and chill. We're just going to take a look at some cryptos. It's been a hell of a week, and it's only the beginning of alt season. So things are getting exciting, but don't get too excited yet because, like I said, we're still just in the first inning of this alt season beginning. So we'll jump right into it. Before we do, make sure to smash the like. It helps support me in the channel. If you're new, you can subscribe, tick the bell. You'll be notified on any future videos or when I go live. And as always, this is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. Never buy or sell anything based on anything that I say or write. You can also follow us over on X, formerly Twitter. Handle for that is @GroupPow. And a quick public service announcement. The Black Friday sale is now on, so you can get 20% off our memberships and our courses, and also 15% off POW merch. So if you just go to pursuitofwealthgroup.com or powgroup.ca, you can scroll down. Everything is now 20% off. So if you do a refresh, it was $299 for the annual membership, and it's now $239. And like I said, everything is 20% off. And then POW merch, you can get 15% off. Just code POWBFriday. You can click on it or just put in that code at checkout. There's a lot of really cool things. So XRP, there's a lot of brand new. This one's super sweet. I love this one. I just ordered this shirt here not too long ago. And there's a bunch of hats as well. So let's type in XRP hat. See, this one's probably by far my favorite. So yeah, enjoy 15% off. And there's a bunch of other stuff on there that you can check as well. Also, as we heat up here in alt season, there's, even more reason to be taking security and self-custody seriously. And you have to be very, very careful of scams. So you're going to see tons of scams saying, double your XRP, double your XLM, double your HBAR. Send us, 1,000 HBAR, we'll send you 2,000 back. Like, don't fall for it. Be careful with, phishing scams. Make sure you bookmark sites and you go to it. But, the best way to really protect yourself is to have a hardware wallet and do self-custody. And what I recommend is Tangem. So that's the partner of today's video. You can go to tangem.com, put in code POW, POW, and get 10% off. It helps support me in the channel as well. And they have the dope new Tangem ring. So this ring, you just put it on your finger and it's NFC. So you just put it near your phone and you can sign transactions that way. And as the saying goes, not your keys, not your crypto. You lose a card, you still have the ring in the card. You lose your ring, you still have 2 cards, or you can get the 3-card set. Like I said, it's very cheap and very easy. It's so easy to use. It feels too easy. And like I said, very, very secure. So we'll take a look at the crypto space. And if anybody does have any requests, please let me know in the live chat. We've got Nature Lover in the house. Hello from BC, Canada. Hello, hello. I'm just your neighbor here over in Edmonton, Alberta. So welcome, welcome. Curious how many people we have across the globe as well. So if anybody does have any requests, please let me know. I had a couple of requests from the POW Group private community, and we'll jump into that in just a moment. Just wanted to see if there was any updates. So we'll go over a couple news pieces as well. And then, like I said, we'll jump into any ticker requests. If anybody does have any requests a little bit later on in the video, we'll jump into that. But Bitcoin got very close to the 100K mark. So we hit, it looks like $99,800. So if you hear any dinging in the background as well, I've got an Airbnb guest checking in any minute now. So I do have to have my phone on. So you'll have to just bear with me until she checks in. But yeah, we're seeing altcoins absolutely explode. We'll take a look at some of those in just a moment. But yeah, Bitcoin we'll look at what Bitcoin needs to do and the dominance, what that needs to do in order to be confident that alt season is upon us. And I do think that I've been saying this for months that Bitcoin's probably going to hit 100K, maybe 120, 140 on the high end. I don't really subscribe to 200K Bitcoin or 250K Bitcoin this cycle. If you remember what Brad Garlinghouse from Ripple said, he predicted about a 5 billion market cap. So if we just go over here and take a look at total, we're at 3.28 trillion. So for Bitcoin to go to 200,000 or 250,000 this cycle, I don't think that's very doable this cycle. I think somewhere around 120 to 140 should happen at some point over the next month or so. And then I think we're going to see full-blown alt season leading into the end of December and into 2025, the beginning of January. We also have a ton of ETF applications potentially coming. We know that Solana is seeing some traction. We know that XRP is probably next in line as well. And if that's the case, you're going to have your XLMs, you're going to have your Litecoin ETFs because it's just a fork of Bitcoin. So all of this stuff heating up. We're probably going to see legislation as well before the end of the year or early in 2025. And an interesting tweet here from Stuart Alderodi, who is the chief legal officer at Ripple. He said, this was just a few hours ago. Victory has 1,000 fathers, but make no mistake, the courage of Brad and Chris and the resilience and expertise of the Ripple team legal, most of whom are nameless and never sought the Twitter spotlight, paved the way. Ripple provided the blueprint to defeat Gary Gensler's inexplicable war on crypto. And we know that Gary Gensler is going to be stepping down on January 20th when the new administration is inaugurated. We kept the door open long enough for the industry to survive and seize the incredible moment. Oh, there's my guest. One sec. All right. Got her all checked in, so now I can put my phone on silent. Perfect. Never a dull moment in my life, but no shortcuts to life. You got to keep on grinding. Ripple provided the blueprint to defeat Gary Gensler's inexplicable war on crypto. We kept the door open long enough for the industry to survive and seize this incredible moment. The faith and support of the XRP army provided much needed hope in the darkest days. Thank you. So very interesting tweet. Does this mean that there's some sort of settlement incoming, potentially a case dismissal? We know that if there's a new SEC chair, whether it be interim chair or we find it, if it takes a while before, in the new administration, it's probably going to result in all of these cases like Coinbase and everything. They're probably just going to be dismissed as long as there's no fraud, which there hasn't been any fraud in the Ripple case. That's why it's the most ridiculous. It's just political theater. It's just, the whole world's a stage, so to speak. It's all been planned. Nothing happens in the finance world unless it's been planned for at least a decade or two. And in my opinion, this was just a vetting process to slow them down, but also give them legal clarity. XRP is the only digital asset in the United States with legal clarity. Not even Bitcoin has it. Also, just in, Trump's favored pick to be the next SEC chair just posted, "Make crypto great again." So Teresa Gulian, I guess her name is. Not 100% sure how to pronounce that, but this is great to see. We also had some news that Trump nominates pro-Bitcoin Scott Bessent as the next Treasury Secretary. It seems like he's picking the people with the most difficult names to pronounce, though. And then one thing I wanted to and again, I'm not trying to be an alarmist. I'm not trying to freak everybody out for the sake of freaking everybody out. I want to be a realist, and I want to let everybody know that, while everything is, raging bull right now, we have to remember that the bull market's going to come to an end in big tech, crypto, and AI. And it's going to happen a lot sooner than most people think, in my opinion. I think it's going to happen probably mid 2025. Personally, I'm going to be looking to be mostly all out of all of my crypto positions, probably 80 to 90% of my crypto positions by the end of, call it February, March. I think spring is going to be a very, very tough time for the markets, broader markets, and also the crypto space. I think that's when we could see a blow off top in the broader market and then also in crypto. And it could get worse into 2026. And I think the real concern is going to be the WW3 narrative. And we know that China and Taiwan, there's some worry there. There's talks that we could see Trump come in and the new administration potentially negotiate on a ceasefire there in Ukraine, which would love to see it. But one thing that I was doing some research, and I think it was like a some sort of documentary that I was watching, but it reminded me of what's happening now. They said that tariffs were one of the reasons why the war escalated in World War II. So I went on Grok and I said, what sort of role did tariffs play in World War II? And it gave me a pretty concerning answer. And like, what are we on the cusp of? We're on the cusp of World War III. That's been the narrative for a while now, right? We have Iran and Israel and all these other tensions escalating, and then China and Taiwan. And, it could, hopefully it doesn't get worse, but we have to be ready for this. This could be the reason why markets tank, in my opinion. But in my opinion, it's probably mostly going to be because of tariffs. And Trump has been saying that he wants to basically eliminate taxes as much as possible and just create a bunch of tariffs. So I asked Grok, what role did tariffs play in World War II? Tariffs played a multifaceted role in the context of World War II, although they were not the direct cause of the war. Here's an overview of the influence. So economic strain and depression. So it made the depression worse. Retaliatory tariffs. So I'm not going to read this whole thing. You can pause it and read it if you want. But economic policies of Axis power. So Japan, that's what really broke out. They sanctioned them from oil and everything, and that resulted in Pearl Harbor. They were once an ally as well. Strategic use of tariffs. So I'll just go through the summary here. So in summary, while tariffs did not directly start World War II, they played a significant role in the economic backdrop that facilitated the rise of belligerent regimes and policies. The global economic downturn due to tariff was created the conditions for political upheaval, which in turn contributed to the geopolitical tensions leading to the war. The lesson from this period underscored the importance of international economic cooperation to maintain global stability. And so it's very similar right now. While tariffs are on the horizon, they didn't start World War III. Like, the narrative's already there, right? We're already kind of in it. So if tariffs come, well, just like in World War II, it might play a significant role. And I hope I'm wrong, but this is very, very concerning. And I forget what else I was going to say there. I just had something else come in my mind, but anyway, I think everybody kind of gets the gist of it. So while it didn't start the war, it could potentially, create even more problems. So we'll see what happens, but curious to hear what everybody else thinks as well. We're going into some uncertain times, and people are going to be like, oh, you're crazy selling here, over the next couple of months, you're crazy selling your crypto, blah, blah, blah. We're going to, we're not going to the moon, we're going to Mars. And, it's usually in those moments where you top out and you enter a bear market, right? Markets don't end in fear. They end in euphoria, and bull markets and bear markets don't end in euphoria. They end in fear, right? So we'll take a look at Bitcoin. So Bitcoin was a daily bull flag, and we did confirm it. So we are now within about 17% of that bull flag target. The bull flag target is $117,000 USD. To get that, you just take your measured move there from the low to the high, move it out to your 0.32 fib, and there we go. And there's so many other bull flags on deck. So if you only own Bitcoin and you're not looking, well, if you're not looking at other coins, well, you're missing half the story, right? And XLM was a 4-hour bull flag. Check this thing out. Low to the high, move it out to your 0.32 fib, and it was saying 39, and we busted right through it and just kept going. And XRP was a daily bull flag as well. So we zoom out here to the daily. It was an hourly bull flag of 170, and we hit 163, so we got very close to the hourly bull flag. And it's a daily bull flag. If you take your low to the high there, move it out once again to your 0.32 fib, and it's saying 249 there on XRP. Just imagine if we get, case dismissal, case settlement, we get XRP ETFs, we get legislation, stablecoin legislation, we got RLUSD coming. There's so many. Bank of America sitting on the sidelines, just waiting and foaming at the mouth to use XRP and Ripple's software. So yeah, things are coming, and it's going to be an interesting few months ahead. And I think XRP is more than likely going to hit at least $8 to $12 this cycle. But it could hit, in my opinion, anywhere from $15 to $20. If we take a look at the XRP chart relative to the Bitcoin all-time history index, you can see here it's very similar to these boom and bust cycles, and even the consolidations and the length of the consolidation periods, they're very similar. And look what it says here. We'll just get rid of some of these fib tools here. I said that we should see a God candle soon because we were lagging, and we generally, after we lag, we catch up in a hurry, right? Look, even here, we were lagging, then boom, God candle. And that's because, we're absolutely manipulated. And just thought of something too, Fruition Productions. If you haven't seen this yet, I already bought it. Just go to fruitionproductions.com, rig from the start, exposing the SEC's war on crypto. It's $14.99. I already bought it. I watched it twice already. I'll be watching it a third time. But if you haven't seen that, oh my God, is it ever damning to Ethereum? Like it's bad. The amount of corruption there, both from a US perspective and from internal people at the Ethereum strategic alliance. And it's not looking good. There's China involvement. You got to watch that video. XRP is going to absolutely, there's tons of people saying XRP is going to flip Bitcoin's market cap this cycle. I don't think so. I think it could flip Ethereum's and then maybe Bitcoin's eventually. Like I think that's going to be the goal and the outcome, but it might not happen this cycle. If you remember, XRP actually flipped Ethereum market cap in 2018 before they did all this, removed it from the Korean exchanges and then sued Ripple, right? So there's been so much, they're just trying to hold it back as much as possible. But I do think that XRP will surpass Ethereum. And then one thing that I've already done a video on this, but one thing that I'm very confident of, Ripple will become the world's most valuable company and XRP will become the world's most valuable digital asset. Mark my words, when it's all said and done, give it enough time. Who knows if it's going to take 5, 10, 20, 30 years. SBI Holdings said Japan, every bank in Japan will be using XRP by 2025. Guess what's just around the corner? 2025. And there's Bank of America has been rumored to they already have a partnership with Ripple, and they're just foaming at the mouth to get clarity. And once this case is wrapped up, imagine all the other banks that are going to use it in the U.S. and around the world as well, right? They're in like 55 plus countries or something like that. So this is going to be nuts. But yeah, mark my words. Whether it takes 5, 10, 20 years, Ripple will be worth more than Apple. It'll be worth more than Amazon as a company, and XRP will be worth more than any other crypto asset on the planet. Mark my words. Those are two very confident statements that I can make. But if we take a look at the monthly chart here, you can see that we're breaking out in a big way. We are now about 90% away from all-time highs. I think it is. Let me just get rid of some of these lines here. So yeah, we're about 90% away, a little over 90% away from all-time highs on XRP. Look at XLM. This thing just exploded out of nowhere. It went from like 7 pennies all the way up to 55 cents. So now we are 68% away from all-time highs. This is why you don't want to be chasing and timing markets, right? Look how quickly we exploded. I would never want to be chasing. And it's so funny, the amount of people that have asked me in the last couple of days, when's a good time to buy XRP? I was like, anytime in the last 8 years. Why are you looking to buy it now? People don't want to buy it when it's at 20 cents, 30 cents, 50 cents. They want to wait till it gets to $1.50 and then they're like, okay, when's a good time to buy? It's the strangest thing. Very, very odd, but a lot of that has to do with people's lack of knowledge and conviction, right? If you don't know, what Ripple's setting out to do, what XRP's setting out to do, the use case, the addressable market, right? If you don't know any of this stuff, well, then you'll just chase green candles, right? You won't actually know what you hold, and you won't, basically hold through the big dips, and you'll want to buy the big rips because you just don't understand. And like I said, this breakout here was very expected because we were expecting a God candle to get us caught back up to these cycles at Bitcoin. So again, the price, the action is going to be the exact same. The price isn't going to be the same, but look how similar the XRP breakouts and consolidation periods have been similar to that of Bitcoin's. And Bitcoin was created before XRP, so we can use it as a type of, kind of gauge and a clue. But I said to POW Group private members, and again, if you're not a POW Group private member, you can go to pursuitofwealthgroup.com or powgroup.ca. You can join about 50 of us. And, we're a whole group of traders and investors. And like I said, 20% off of that for Black Friday. But if we take a look at XRP here, I said we were more than likely going to see a breakout. We had this breakout of this symmetrical triangle, and we haven't had a new all-time high in 8 years. And we were very, very lagging on this Bitcoin price index. And I said, by the first week of December, we could be at $2.49, which is the daily bull flag target, and we just hit $1.63. So if we're at $1.63, let's just see until $2.49. So $1.63 to $2.49, we are only about about 50% away from that daily bull flag target of $2.49 USD. So this is how quickly things can happen, right? Look at that daily chart, right? It's just an absolute rocket ship. And the best thing of all is XRP still hasn't seen its 50 weekly and 200 weekly bull cross. Let's look at what happened to Ethereum last time this happened on Ethereum. So we'll have to zoom out here because it happened quite a while ago. Can I even go back that far here? I'll have to see what I can do here. Here we go. Yep. So Here's what happened on Ethereum last time. So the 50 weekly was below the 200 weekly. It crossed. Okay. So it crossed in December of 2020. I remember telling Power Group private members Ethereum is going to absolutely go on a face melting rally. And price was at around $600 and it went all the way up to almost 5,000. Okay. So if that happened to Ethereum, okay, let's look at Bitcoin. Okay. So 50 and 200 weekly bull cross happened here in January of this year when price was around 40K. Here we are at $100,000 and going north of it. So what do you think is going to happen to XRP, who hasn't hit a new all-time high in 8 years and hasn't seen a weekly bull cross since all the way back in 2021 of April? And after that happened, price went from about 17 cents all the way up to $2. So now imagine once we have all this behind us, we have, legal clarity in the US, we have clear rules of the road. There's no stopping this train, right? Like there's no telling how high this thing's going to go. No one really knows. But one thing we can use in our tool set is Fibonacci levels. So if you go here, grab your Fib tool and go from the high to the low there. And if you're looking for any kind of tools or anything that I use, it's all in the description, and it's all on. I pinned a tweet here as well. But yeah, if you're looking for TradingView, there's a link in the description as well. So take advantage. Tangent's there as well, and all the products and services that I use each and every day. I wouldn't share them if I didn't use them. And if you're looking for a great place to buy XRP, you can check out Wealthsimple in Canada. It's great. You can use $25. Use my link. You can get $25 for signing up. And then I recommend Uphold. There'll be links for that in the description as well for those in the US and abroad. But yeah, my girlfriend even asked me, she's like, when's a good time to buy XRP and XLM? I'm like, just buy it. Like, if you didn't buy it before, just buy it. She bought XLM like a couple of days ago, and she was like, oh, like I don't want to buy it. And I'm like, well, it's probably going to go to $1 or $2 and a lot higher than that. I think she bought it here around like 30 cents a couple of days ago. So it had already ran, almost 200%. And it's like, normally I wouldn't tell people to buy something after 200%, but I was like, XLM is going to explode just like XRP, and it's going to get caught up to XRP, right? XRP is at $1.50. XLM is a copy essentially, and they burn their escrow. And it's basically the same tokenomics, right? Same supply. So I would think XLM will be at $1 very, very, very soon. And then sure enough, in a couple of days, even if you bought 2 days ago at 25 cents, you'd be up another over 100%, right? So yeah, there's going to be a massive pullback, right? We have no support on the daily time frame, EMA 12 all the way back down to 26. So we could easily see, a 40-50% correction and still be extremely healthy. So, pretty much all dips, not telling you to buy, sell, or hold, but pretty much all dips here from here on out on some of these utility coins are going to be for buying. But to finish my thought process there, and look what this says. So the Bitcoin price boom and bust, it's saying that March 2025 is where we could see a price peak for XRP. And look where it lines up. It lines up perfectly with the Fibonacci extension levels there around $14-15. So again, if Bitcoin and Ethereum could do it, look at Bitcoin. From its high to the low, 4.618 was 80,000. It hit it and busted through it. So if it can do it, why not? Why can't XRP? Look at Ethereum. From the high to the low of the bear market, 4.618 was $6,000. The 3.618 was 5,000. We actually hit just under 5,000, so it hits 3.618. So if XRP doesn't do what Bitcoin does and it just does what Ethereum does and hit its 3.618, that's still an $11 XRP, and that's USD. So things are heating up in a big way, but I'm thinking it's based on, the greater the accumulation, the greater the expansion, the longer the base, the higher in space, based on this price index for Bitcoin. And look, we were very, very close. And actually a couple times in the boom and bust cycles, look, we were perfect here. And actually here, we actually exceeded it by about 100%. So, if we get close to what Bitcoin did in this boom and bust cycle here on the next one, that would mean about a $15, $16 XRP. Okay, what if we go 100% above that again? That'd be about a $25 to $30 XRP. And there's been a lot of people calling for $20 to $27 XRP this cycle. So get ready and don't sell too soon, right? And if you haven't seen my video, go to my channel and go XRP exit plan. This one's got almost 4,000 views. My exit plan and take profit price levels with examples. My sell targets and exit plan. If you haven't seen that, it's got almost 4,000 views. Check that out because I still haven't sold a single XRP. I'll start to sell around $4, but check out that video for the rest of my sell targets. But yeah, things are heating up in a big way. And if we just take a look at the movers and shakers on the day today, XLM leading the way, no doubt there, and no surprise there. Look at that monthly God candle. That is just epic. In 1 month, it's up 500%. over 500%. So again, this is why you don't want to be a deer in the headlights, making decisions on the fly, because the emotions get the best of you. We had a monthly EMA 12 and 26 bull cross. And again, just like XRP hasn't seen its 50 weekly and 200 weekly bull cross, look at XLM. It's not even close. We're like a long ways away. The 50 weekly's at $12 cents, and the 200's at 18 cents. So we're still six pennies away before we see those cross. Like, this thing could absolutely explode this cycle. So, and let's do something similar. We'll take our Fibonacci levels. So go from swing high to swing low. And XLM could hit, if it hits 3.618, that's around a $3 XLM. And it's 4.618 is around a $4 XLM. So I think, XRP low end, $8 to $12, high end, $15 to $20 is mostly probable in my opinion. And then XLM, I think, anywhere from $2 to $4 on the low end, and then, $6 to $8 on the high end, I think is what we should expect there for XLM in Altseason. Okay, but now let's pivot over to what we need to see before we jump into some ticker requests. And I'll start with the Power Group private members as well first. Let's see what we need to do before we can be confident that Altseason is upon us. A lot of people saying, "Oh, Altseason is here. We're in the, we're in the crux of it. Like we're right into the." Some people are saying we're in the middle. We're already near the end. I think we're still in the first inning of Altseason, and the reason why is because Bitcoin's still a daily bull flag targeting 117,000. I've been on record to say, I think 120K for Bitcoin this cycle is very realistic, and we're on track to do that. Really, if we look at the daily time frame. It could happen between now and the first week of December, which is exactly when I said XRP could hit its daily bull flag target of 249 using the Bitcoin price history. So look at right here. It's saying around first week of December. So I think once Bitcoin hits around that 120K, that's probably going to be the blow off top moment. But then what we need to see is the Bitcoin dominance. So the Bitcoin dominance was a weekly bull flag. If we zoom out, go from the low to the high, move it out to our 0.32 fib. So you just get your measured move that way. It was saying 61.68 was the target on the Bitcoin dominance. We hit 61.53. So anybody who tells you technical analysis doesn't work, they're out to lunch. Just bad shit cray, like cray. They just don't know how to use the tools that were given to them. So, and it's not a guarantee, right? It's just probability. So if we take a look at the monthly chart, this is the Hail Mary here. This is what's going to signal that Altseason is in full effect. What do you notice about this chart? This is the monthly chart. Every single candle for the last 10 months has been a higher low than the one previous to that. So we're now going on 11 months, almost 1 year without any monthly consolidation. Monthly consolidation, the last time it happened was here in December of 2023. Okay, actually, I guess it was January of this year because we did lose the low of December just barely. So consolidation means you're losing the low of the previous candle. This is why I love these patterns, because when something's going on for like 6 months to a year and it breaks, generally it breaks with conviction and a lot of follow through. So if we look at this chart here, what do we need to see for alts to be in full-blown Altseason? We need to see Bitcoin dominance to pull back, and we need to see monthly consolidation. So if we take a look at BTC.D here, we already hit a weekly bull flag target. This monthly candle is shaping up as a pretty big reversal here right now, and there's only 7 days left in the month. So 7 days left of this candle. If we close at the low, upper wick, bearish reversal, we could come back down here to test EMA 12 around 55%. And then what we need to see is monthly consolidation, lose the low of the previous candle. It's probably not going to happen this candle because we'd have to lose 57%. Could happen, but with only a week left in this month, I would say it's more than likely going to happen in December, possibly January, but I'd probably put my money on December. And look at this sell volume here picking up as well. So what I would expect is potential consolidation into next month, then a lower high in January, and then a lower low into February. Alts go absolutely bananas into the end of January and February during this time frame, and monthly downtrend confirming and monthly consolidation. And then I think somewhere around 50 to 45% on the Bitcoin dominance is going to be where we'll bottom out, and then we'll probably end Altseason and the bull market. And it's been 5 years, it's really since March 2020 that crypto's been on a raging bull. Same with big tech and AI and everything. So I'm thinking that it should probably, around March, just like I said on the XRP chart, I said around whenever I was talking about this here, the WW3, I said sometime around March. Okay, well, let's look at XRP here again with the price of Bitcoin's fractal overlaid. It's saying March 2025 is where we'll probably peak, right? And then what happens? Okay, let's just zoom out here. Then what happens? Then it goes into a bear market and it's saying the low could be in December of 2026. That makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Right? About a year or two, maybe even 3 years, maybe even, 4 years of sideways action. Doesn't mean we won't have rips, right? But it's saying that we could bottom out around December of 2026 on XRP. And it's saying the lows would be around 330, which is the previous all-time high. If you know anything about technical analysis, what is technical analysis 101? Previous support becomes new resistance and vice versa, right? So previous resistance could become new support. That makes a lot of sense. And then it's saying, into 2027, we'll probably rebound back to $11, come back down around $4, form a higher low. And then into 2029, 2030 is where we could see, 30 and 40, maybe even $50 XRP price. So this is getting interesting. So yeah, a lot of fun looking at these charts. I spent a lot of time looking at these charts and trying to get the most likely scenario. And I'm very confident in this. We have VET. Oh, I actually just picked up some VET as well. VeChain. Another one that I'm looking at is EOS. Like, I'm not a huge fan of the project. It's just a relatively small position. So I sold, what was it? I sold Casper. So I bought Casper at like an eighth of a penny, and then I sold it at a little over 2 pennies, and made like 150% or something like that. And then I put it into EOS, and look at EOS. It was actually like a double bottom here, and off of that double bottom, it's up 100%. Monthly EMA 12 and 26 bull cross lining up, similar to XRP and XLM. But look at this, from the low there to the all-time high. That's a 36x, so $1,000 investment into $36,000. So this one could be one that provides some serious return here. Same thing with Filecoin. Look at Filecoin. Off of the low here a few months ago at $3, just under $3. If it goes back to all-time highs, that's an 81x, $1,000 into $81,000. XDC, I've been loading that one. I've been buying VeChain, and this one's starting to explode now as well. But yeah, what are you noticing? This is a utility bull run that we're going to see. Before was the meme bull run in 2021, coins that do absolutely nothing, that are garbage and won't, probably 99% of them are going to go to zero. But this is the utility bull run. Imagine that, coins that actually do something, that solve problems, that are useful, that have utility, are going to do well. Imagine that. So XLM, VET, XDC, Filecoin, Algo, Quant, Litecoin, Arbitrum, Casper, Link's another one I'm very bullish on. Yeah, this thing's, we're almost $18 here. I think we did hit $18. Yeah, $18.40 this month. And all-time high around $53. So yeah, my biggest holdings is XRP, XLM, Algo, Litecoin, Link, HBAR, Flare, XDC, VET. Oh, I got so many of them. What other ones do I got here? Yeah, XDC, I got Filecoin, Quant. I've been building a position in that one as well. That one's actually a bull flag targeting 140, and we hit over $100 today. What else? I've got some EOS, a little bit there. Flare. I got a little bit of Songbird as well, but mostly Flare. And that's pretty much it. Look at the move here on Sologenic too. There's barely any. It's like a tiny market cap. Even after all this move, it still only had a market cap of like 300 million. But from the low of September to the high of this month, it's up over almost 1,200%. So 1,200%. It reminds me of INSG. I called this one out to Power Group private members. I said, this is a screaming buy. It actually did a reverse split 1 for 10. And it was a screaming buy under $2, I said. And it did a similar move. It went up 1,100%, almost 1,200% in like 8 months. This is a 5G play. And what do we know about crypto? It needs fast speeds, right? And a lot of network bandwidth. So 5G is going to be critical into Web3 and the fourth industrial revolution, right? And the internet of value and money. All right. We'll jump into some ticker requests. So first on deck was Reza from the Power Group private community. Wanted me to take a look at XRP CAD. So again, it was a daily bull flag. a very, very brief period of consolidation. So you go to from your low to the high there, and you can see here we did start to consolidate by about a penny, but not much. And it was just raging bull and buy every dip. Like I said, pretty much. No, not financial advice though. But yeah, so the daily bull flag on this one's 340, and we hit 227. So we came within 50%. So we're 50% away from the daily bull flag target. That being said, we have no daily support all the way down to 72 cents. So, we have to be cautious. Once we lose the low of the previous daily candle on XRP, and same thing with XLM too, we're probably going to be due for a 20-30% pullback. So, if you're looking for a pullback, I assume you're looking for an entry based on your request. And just give me a sec. I got to take a drink of water here. I've been talking for 35 minutes. That's better. Yeah. So, maybe watch hourly oversold or something like that for a nice entry. But yeah, now we're not going to be oversold very much. It's going to be overbought. And the monthly time frame, when we get monthly overbought is when we're going to be, we're going to be full crazy. But let's take a look at the hourly time frame. So yeah, we are gearing up for an hourly EMA 12 and 26 bear cross, which means we could be heading to hourly oversold here over the next couple of days. And we did confirm an hourly downtrend with lower highs and lower lows. This looks like a bear flag. No, we actually bounced a lot more than we would have liked to see. So that negated the bear flag. I don't know though. You got an inverse head and shoulders forming here on the 15-minute time frame. Let's look at the weekly time frame. Yeah, no weekly support all the way down to 67 cents. So yeah, it's just raging bull. EMA 12 even would be a nice entry if we come back and back test it. The last time we touched it was back here in mid-November. So, somewhere around that $1.50 area might be in a nice area. We do have a reversal candle here with a huge upper wick. It's a bit of a doji at the moment, but if we close near the low of this daily candle with an hour and 52 minutes left, then it's entirely possible that this could be a reversal and we head back down to the EMA 12. That might be a nice entry target if you're looking for entries. Let's see if there's any other requests here. We're talking about in the private community as well, how to invest in Ripple, not XRP, the decentralized virtual currency, but Ripple, the private company that has a board of directors, voting rights, private equity. So XRP is trading at $1.48 USD, and I'm pretty sure Ripple private equity is trading at like $40, right? So they're two very different things. Don't conflate the two. One's a company, one's a cryptocurrency. It's very simple. XRP is going to be the most valuable digital crypto on the planet, digital currency, digital asset on the planet, and Ripple will become the world's most valuable company, surpassing Apple and Amazon. Mark my words. We're talking about all the money in the world, folks, not selling laptops and iPads. We're talking about all of the money in the world going through Ripple and XRP. So we were talking about how to get involved and buy Ripple. So the best thing to do would be go to link 2. You have to be accredited, and my goal is to buy Ripple private equity here in early 2025. I'm like 80% of the way there. Could even happen in December. Where I hit accredited investor status, but you'll have to check your jurisdiction where you are. Each country and jurisdiction is different. So some could recognize you as accredited a lot sooner than others. So personally, I'm like 80% of the way there, but I'm thinking sometime in December or sometime between now, at the latest, I would think March, and my birthday is when I'll hit accredited investor status, and I'm going to be loading the boat on Ripple private equity before their IPO. Remember what happened with Coinbase before they IPO'd, right? What did they IPO at? Like $300? Yeah, $429. So where did it open that day? So it opened 381. So, and then look what happened after the IPO. It crashed 92%. So I don't want to be in Ripple after the IPO. Well, if I do have to buy it after the IPO, which I don't think I'll be able to be an accredited investor soon, but because I don't think they'll actually, SBI, Yoshitaka Katao, I think his name is, he said that Ripple should IPO ASAP and make it a priority after this SEC lawsuit is done. So they could even IPO in 2025. There's no telling how high this is going to go, folks. I'm telling you. But yeah, I'd much rather buy before the IPO because this is usually what happens after an IPO, right? You want to get in before. That's why they have accredited investors. So they keep every Joe and Jane out so that the rich get richer, right? And the poor get poorer. The poor wait for the IPO and then they get wrecked 92%, right? So yeah, we were talking about that in the Power Group private community, but that's definitely my goal here. My number one goal at the moment is to get invested into Ripple private equity. All right. Nature Lover says, take a look at Polkadot. Sure, we can take a look at Dot. Yeah, massive monthly candle. So yeah, we tested all-time lows. So great entry there. Again, why would you not want to buy near all-time lows? 356, then we hit 361, then we hit 366. So your clear level was to enter. You had 3 times since October of 2023 to enter. You had another chance in August of this year and another chance this month to add there around all-time lows at 366. And from that triple bottom, we're now up 157%. We could still see an EMA 12 and 26 bull cross over the next couple of months in full-blown alt season. Again, that'll be confirmed once Bitcoin dominance starts to see monthly consolidation. We do have a lack of resistance now up to $11.89. Get above that, then we have nothing until 23.86, and then the all-time highs at 55.13. Actually, let's just take a look at the daily time frame, see if it was a daily bull flag like most. So again, even if you're not in other names, you have to be looking at what other cryptos are doing because it tells a story, right? And if every crypto has a daily bull flag, well, then we're going to expect something similar. But DOT didn't actually have it. It actually pulled back more than we would have liked to see. So, but it was a cup and handle. So you can just take your ARC tool here. So there's your cup, there's your handle and bull flag. And then you take your measured move there of the cup to the neckline. And it was saying about $7.30, and we exploded past that $9.39. So after, being at all-time lows and seeing a reversal and a bullish pattern like that, like a cup and handle or, an inverse head and shoulders, you have to expect a lot more upside because of, we're heading to alt season. We're heading to the tail end of this bull cycle in this bull market. We had a MACD bull cross at the end of September. So that was a weekly MACD bull cross. That was a signal. Then we had the stochastic bull cross. Then we got above the 10-week moving average and we're going parabolic at the moment. So this thing's ripping faces, just like most. We do have the 200 weekly there at 1331. So that could be a next area of resistance to be targeting. And like I said, price action resistance at 1188. And I assume we had a golden cross as well. No, not yet. Wow. Okay, so the 50 and the 100 just crossed bullish, but we haven't had the golden cross yet with the 50-day and the 200-day moving average crossing. That's getting close. I do have to start wrapping it up soon, though. So we'll try to go through these a little bit quicker. Feels good being an XLM maxi. Yeah. Well, didn't feel good over the last several years, but yeah, the more beaten down you are, the more explosive the move can be. We were talking about that in the Power Group private community. Everybody's how come XLM's outperforming XRP? Well, XLM was just at 7 cents. The lowest XRP got during an SEC lawsuit was 17 cents, right? So, and then it stabilized around 20 to 30 cents. So XLM down at 7 cents, it had a lot of catching up to do, right? Japan is taking up XRP in early 2025, says Undercover. Yeah, thanks, MEP and Undercover Nature. Yeah, exactly. They said every bank in Japan will be using XRP in 2025. So get ready. Flip the switch is coming. The WEF, the WEF Patsy. Why with strong connections to BlackRock, founding members Shell, Boeing, Vodafone, PayPal, VW has EWT pumped? They're developing tech solutions with this industries not for them. EWT, I'm not familiar with that one. What's that one? Yeah, I'm not familiar with this token. EWT. Energy Web Token or EcoWatt? There's 2 of them. Weird. I assume it's the one with the higher market cap. Yeah, I'm not sure. Hard to say. Hard to say. Starting the monthly bounce now, though, and we have no resistance all the way up until 392. So could easily see another 130% move from here. Do you see Elon Musk getting involved with XRP? I know he knows what it is. I think he's like, and he invested in Stripe and everything like that, which was one of the early investors in Ripple and is a payment provider. So, in my opinion, they're under NDA, right? Non-disclosure agreement, so they can't say anything. He did mention XRP once. He actually said the letters XRP when a guy asked him. But yeah, I think eventually he'll use probably a bunch of stuff, right? But yeah, I think XRP, XLM, SpaceX is partnered with HBAR, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, overall, I think they will. Ripple just announced working with EWT on their X on Twitter a few days ago via the Sustainable Aviation Buyers Alliance. Nice. Yeah, like they're all going to work together, right? Like it's not going to be one to rule them all. This is going to take the ecosystem. If you're going to change how money works, like David Schwartz says from Ripple, Chief Technology Officer, you need the whole ecosystem, right? And there's going to be multiple different use cases like Filecoin, decentralized storage. You're going to have, XRP for global remittances and cross-border payments and, a world bridge currency. You're going to have XLM for more of like the retail facing side of things. You're going to have, smart contracts, all this stuff. So you're going to have bridging, all these things. You're going to have like AVAX, like for gaming and like Flare for, building smart contracts on top of projects that don't already have it, scaling solutions, all of this stuff, right? Great call. Thank you. I'm exiting 90% around then. Sell in May, walk away. Yeah, exactly. Olivier will end the war in Russia. Yeah, hopefully. I just, I'm concerned that, they might, reach a ceasefire. And then after these tariffs, it could escalate again. I only have XRP and up 200% on my position. Finally, nice. Yeah, I'm up quite a lot on XRP. Basically, every time XRP goes up a penny, I make like $1,500 Canadian. So it's been a good couple of days, couple of weeks. Hey, glad I made it, Mr. Mankey, original OG in the house member. Thanks for being a member. 2 months and strong. XLM has half supply of XRP. Yeah, that's because they burnt it. But you have to wonder, like, why would they burn it? It's kind of weird. And yeah, there's talks about the escrow for XRP has been pre-allocated. And yeah, who knows? There's talks about like the U.S. reserve, U.S. building a strategic reserve for Bitcoin and cryptos. They're probably going to do XRP. They said they're going to be doing tax-free for cryptos that are, basically born and bred in the U.S. XRP was created by original Bitcoin developers in the U.S. and Ripple, the company, is headquartered in Silicon Valley in San Francisco. So it's all in the U.S. And Bitcoin, we don't even know if it's in the U.S., right? Who created it? Who created Bitcoin? Was it North Korea? Was it Russia? Was it China? We don't know. Because apparently Homeland Security met with the 4 Satoshis, but they don't want to talk about it. So we don't know who created that. China, if you haven't seen the Rigged from the Start, the new documentary from Fruition Productions, China was involved in the early happenings of Ethereum and the strategic alliance, and even Cardano, he talked about it as well, Charles Hoskinson, and he called them a bunch of effers. You got to watch that video. It's absolutely epic. But yeah, like having that escrow is going to be huge. It's basically the same tokenomics. Yes, it's just they burned it. But in my opinion, that was a stupid move. What about the official blockchain of the U.S. military DAG? Yeah, I don't. I'm a little familiar with DAG, but not that familiar with it. They'll be all right. They'll do good, I think. Was able to get XRP at $1.45, so really happy about that. Only $50, but gonna take my dub at the top. Yep, absolutely. And we also need to see Alex Becker tweet about it, make it official. Yeah, absolutely. Rod, in your opinion, what's more effective, adding to a winner position or selling and buying again? Curious on your take. It depends where we're at in the cycle, right? If you're looking to sell an altcoin and buy cheaper, well, we haven't even entered full-blown Altseason yet, right? Bitcoin hasn't even seen, its top, or Bitcoin dominance hasn't started monthly consolidation. So, at this point, you got to have a plan. Basically, what you're telling me is you might not really have a solid plan. You're kind of just making it up as you go along. So my, recommendation is that you have exit plans established before you even enter an asset. So before you even hit the buy signal, you already know what you're going to do with regards to sell, right? So they go hand in hand. And Same thing with your buy when you're buying, have a buy plan, right? You're going to dollar cost average. You're going to enter, in 3 or 5 different tranches, right? And go from there. I see a bunch of comments are being deleted here. I'm not sure what's going on. If somebody's saying anything bad, I'm not deleting anything though, in case anybody notices. But yeah, I just noticed like 5 that got removed. Keep in mind that we're on Google and YouTube, which is censorship galore, and they do not encourage free speech or democracy. So that is what it is. But yeah, I'm not deleting anything in case anybody's wondering. But yeah, hopefully that helps, Jam. Like I said, I'd just be very cautious selling any alts right now in the heat of alt season. Somebody said something about Mep said something about EOS, but it looks like his comment got removed. His or her comment got removed. I don't see anything on EOS. EOS could pump. Oh, there it is. EOS could pump, but the project is dead, though. I'd be careful. Yeah, that's what I said. I don't really believe in the project. I just put a little bit of money into it. It's only, I think it was like $500 or almost $1,000 or something like that. Most of it was profit that I made from the Casper trade. So yeah, I'm just in it for a technical trade. I have no interest in the project or long term. I would buy ZEC or LTC. I already own Litecoin, Zcash. I just don't know how I feel about that because like a lot of these privacy tokens, the whole point of blockchain is open and transparency, and I don't know how the governments are going to feel about that. So we'll see what happens. Like maybe a walled garden, like a private ledger for governments, but are they going to let just retail privacy? I don't know. I think the whole reason why they created blockchain was to survey, right? To keep tabs on us and to be able to see everything. So I don't know. I mean, I think it will do well in Altseason, but I don't know about holding it long term. Pretty much at this point, you can just throw a dart at pretty much everything in Altseason and win, but nothing else than XLM or XRP other than these two. Yeah. I mean, Link is amazing. Quant's amazing. Flare is going to be amazing, in my opinion. Yeah, what else? VeChain, there's not really anybody else doing what they're doing. XLM, XTC is another one. Filecoin I like. Algo, Quant, Litecoin I'm owning. I'm not really a big fan of the project, but I think it'll do well in alt season. Link, love it. HBAR, love it. Flare, yeah, that's pretty much it. Coin market cap says there's what 2.4 million cryptos. 99% of them are going to go away. There'll be 20 to 30, maybe 50 big ones that'll control like 90% of the market. So that's my opinion. Not financial advice. Yeah, exactly. Did you see my message on Schumer pushing banking by the end of the year? Yeah, I did. That's awesome. Love it. But he's let us down before. So XLM, yeah, already did that good AM finance. So if you want to check that out and go back into the video, but yeah, it's looking great. We still haven't even seen the 50 weekly and 200 weekly bull cross yet. It's still a ways away. So yeah, XLM probably going to hit anywhere from $2 to $4 in the low end this cycle, maybe even $5 to $8 in my opinion. Great goal, absolutely. Thank you, appreciate it. WEF, Solana. Yeah, we can take a look at Solana real quick here. I do have to start wrapping it up. Yeah, I wouldn't be touching Solana with a 10-foot pole, to be honest. It went from like $8 to new all-time highs. So yeah, it went from $8 in December of 2022. So it's up 32x, and it's at an all-time high blue sky breakout. So I'd be very, very cautious on this one. And that all happened in just under 2 years. So with that being said, though, if we take a look at the monthly time frame, it is a monthly bull flag. Actually, no, it pulled back. Well, if you ignore that lower wick there, it could be a bear trap. So we'll just take our measured move here just for S's and G's. It's saying, yeah, $1,600 maybe, potentially. But I don't know. I wouldn't want to be... There's way more risk to the downside in this thing. Because if we lose 110, there's no support all the way down to $17. So if you're going to buy it, I would have bought it somewhere around here, like maybe when they confirmed a monthly uptrend. So we had our low, high, higher, low, and higher high. So in the month of July 2023 is when we confirmed the monthly uptrend. If you would have just bought it there when the uptrend confirmed, you'd be up still almost 900% just on that monthly uptrend confirming. So I'd just be very cautious on that one, but we'll take a look at the daily time frame, see if there's any. Yeah, it's a daily bull flag as well. So daily bull flags everywhere pretty much. So you go from the low to the high there, and move it out to your 0.32 fib. You got your measured move. So daily bull flag target is 289. And yeah, we're getting close. We came within 9%. EOS is the Hexo of crypto. I wouldn't say that. Hexo is now Tilray, and Tilray is going to become the biggest MJ company in the world. Mark my words. So I'm not worried. My Hexo is very well positioned in Tilray, and like I said, Tilray should be top 3, if not biggest company in the world. So not worried. And I have more money in XRP than I do my whole MJ portfolio. Most people just don't learn, unfortunately, that you don't need to invest a ton of money into these names to see life-changing wealth, right? And crypto's been in a 4-year, almost 5-year bull market, and MJ's been in an almost 5-year bear market. Thank you, Rod. MJ next after this. Absolutely, I would agree. Any thoughts about PI coin going on mainnet in 2025? No, I haven't been following that one at all. But thanks for letting me know. I'll keep an eye out for it. Chuck Sooner is probably going to fail again. I'm sick of him and his promises. Yeah, he needs to go, in my opinion. We just need to get a new admin in there. If it doesn't happen in a lame duck session, probably next year. I'm up 300% on Solana. Will you consider selling it at this point and moving it to DOT? Yeah, I mean, DOT, as we said, was pretty low. And, we're at all-time high territory on Solana, and we're getting close to this daily bull flag target. So, that I can't tell you to buy, sell, or hold, but that sounds like, I probably wouldn't pick DOT, but, it's certainly not a bad entry on DOT, because look at the monthly time frame, right? Like, we're nowhere near all-time highs. Like, from the high of this month to the all-time high, we're still another 500% away. So I'd say you're onto something. Yeah. Is Dogecoin just getting started? You have to remember that Dogecoin had a crazy epic run, though, right, in 2021, and that was during the meme coin mania. So now it's the utility bull run, in my opinion. Coins that actually do stuff, not stuff that do absolutely nothing. So, imagine that. Things that are actually useful and used by world enterprise, businesses are going to be valuable. Imagine that. So you mean the coins that do nothing aren't valuable anymore? It's funny. But yeah, just be careful, right? Because it went from the low there, like a tenth of a penny. It went up like 660x, right? Like 600,000%. So like it went up like 600x in just a year or so. I'd be very cautious, right? Like it could go. Could we use our fib tool here from the high to swing high, swing low? It could go to the 2.618. So I think somewhere around $1.50 to $2 could possibly be, because we haven't even entered full alt season yet, right? So I think maybe $1 or $2. This cycle maybe $3 on the high end. But I mean, if you look at percentages, if it goes to $1, that's only about a 126% move from here. If it goes to $2, that's about a 300% move from here. So 3x. And if it goes to, $3, that's about a 6x. So there's a lot more upside on some other names out there, in my opinion, and coins that actually are useful and do stuff, not just ones that are, not just people that are chasing green candles and projects that don't do anything. But congratulations on being up 300% as well. Thank you, says Nature Lover. You bet. My pleasure. All right. That was fun. Appreciate everybody hanging. And going to start wrapping it up. Closing in on an hour. My family and I are going to a winter carnival. It's snowing like crazy. I think we got like 5 or 10 centimeters here in Edmonton, Alberta. And yeah, it's winter's upon us. So winter is here. No longer coming, it's here. So, we're going to a winter carnival. It should be fun, and gonna spend the night. My girlfriend's going out with some friends, so I'm gonna kick it back with my daughter. It's actually her 10 months today, so closing in on that 1 year and first birthday. So exciting times in my life as well. It's been a hell of a year, and also got a couple condos closing, selling a couple condos in 6 days. The closing date is on the 29th, so getting pretty excited for that. Bought a condo less than a year ago, and it's already over doubled. And you could buy a condo in downtown Edmonton for less than a Tesla. I just can't wait for like 5 years from now, and it's like, hey, remember that time you could buy a condo for less than a Tesla? So I'm selling 2 condos, and I still have 3 other ones to go. So things are getting exciting. FIFA Rivals game have partnership with Polkadot and TikTok. in talks to move on Polkadot's blockchain. Yeah, I'd just be careful of that. Like, a lot of the look at Casper, right? Casper was like, oh, these IBM partnership, and then they completely like ditched it, and then Casper went to like an eighth of a penny. So just be careful on these partnerships and things like that. You don't want to just don't go all in on one project, I guess, just because of like partnerships, right? Because it doesn't matter, right? Look at IBM and Casper, the whole thing just rug pulled and everybody lost pretty much 99% of their money. So, just research it, do your own research, do thousands and thousands of hours worth of research into a project and be confident that, this is, going to be a real long-term winner. And if you're still confident after 1,000 hours worth of research and due diligence, then it's probably going to be a winner, right? Just be careful with those because there's been a lot of people that get burned. So. And again, don't have all your eggs in one basket. Diversify. Buy a few different. Like look at these different projects, right? Look at decentralized file storage, smart contracts, layer 2 sailing solutions. Look at bridge currency, all these other use cases, and maybe create a diversified portfolio. You don't want to over diversify yourself, right? You don't want to throw $100 into every single coin on the planet, right? You want to probably, in my opinion, pick 6 to 12 is a good sweet spot, and then be diversified outside of crypto as well, right? Not just in crypto, and use the golden rule: don't invest any more than you're willing to lose. And my favorite rule of thumb is never invest any more than 5 to 10% of your net worth into one sector, not just one crypto or one stock, in one sector. So if you're going to pick crypto, 5 to 10% of your net worth should not go into crypto sector. That means that 5 to 10% could be dispersed into 6 to 12 different cryptos, right? So for example, if your net worth is $1 million, never invest any more than $100,000 or never more $50,000 to $100,000 into crypto. And then of that $50,000 to $100,000, spread it out into 6 to 12 different cryptos, right? Same thing with, tech and everything like that, right? MJ stocks, etc. Hopefully that helps. All right, it's been fun. Thanks everybody for joining me on this fine Saturday. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. It's Rod with Pow Group. Thanks again for joining us on this pursuit of wealth, and we'll do it again soon. Have a good one.